Four different technical tools that you can use for identifying trading opportunities using technical analysis, right? So now here we have the support and resistance levels. We have some specialized support and resistance level. Okay, they are called Fibonacci tools. What is Fibonacci? Fibonacci is he's a scientist actually who came out with this theory, and this theory has these tools and these concepts have been named after him. Okay, so basically there are certain levels. Okay, certain mathematical calculations. He's a mathematician basically. Okay, and he found out that there are certain ratios which certain mathematical ratios which have very high level of significance, not only in the stock market but in nature itself. Okay, certain mathematical ratios, right? So these ratios he has identified, and he says they have very much relevance in forecasting price as well, right? So for example, if the price of a stock moves up from here to here, okay, so after it moves up, it usually would retrace. Okay, so what he says is it may retrace 33%, or it may retrace 67%, or it may retrace 100%. Okay, so there are like totally 5 different levels. Okay, it will be like 23%, then 34%, then 50%, then 87%, and then 100%. Okay, these are the Fibonacci numbers, right? So we'll not get into the why these particular figures and how we arrived at these percentages, right? Because there are some mathematical reasons why he has arrived at these levels, but we won't get into that. But you can start studying about this. Okay, so what he says is, when the price goes up and it starts retracing, okay, it may retrace to any of these levels. Okay, so it may retrace to either 23% and then go up again, or it may retrace to 34% and then move up again, or it may retrace to 50% and move up again. So that's how he uses these levels to forecast price. Now this is the very basic, but actually how do you use it? They use 2 different time frames or 2 different price swings, and they identify confluence between 2 Fibonacci levels, and those levels are considered to be as very highly probable levels. Okay, so I'm sure there's much more to this. I can in fact do 1 full day's workshop only on Fibonacci if required, because there's so much to learn about it, right? And we will be in fact having starting up a batch for a class. Okay, there are certain modules. So if you join our class, we will be taking up Fibonacci in detail. So you will get to know what are Fibonacci, how you can use these levels and these most probable levels. Not only Fibonacci, we will be also talking more about these indicators here and these tools. Okay, how you can use support and resistance levels, how you can use oscillators, how you can use how we can use these various indicators, right? So I'll give you one example. Okay, now for example, how we can use all these things together, right? Now let's say we have the price of a stock moving in a trend, upward trend. So let's say the price of a stock is moving in an upward trend. This is an upward trend. Okay. Now what we have here, these are support levels. Okay, this is one support level, this is one support level, this is one more support level, right? And if you plot on this a trend following indicator like a moving average, you will get an upward slope something like this. Okay, so this indicates that we are in